What is up, Stripe Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. Out working today on Friday. It stormed. I think it rained like an inch and a half, maybe a little bit more than an inch and a half last night. So it's pretty wet, but didn't get to edit my video this week. So I wanted to come on here live and tell you guys a little bit what's going on. Real quick, if you could send some prayers to my employee, Jason, had a death in his family. So if you could just send some prayers over his way. Very tough time. Very tough time. Anyways, I wanted to tell you guys kind of what was going on. What I've been doing this week. I was about this close to purchasing a Toro Dingo. And I want to tell you guys my thought process on why I did not buy it or end up buying it. It was a super good deal. It was, let me just tell you the numbers, $16,000 out, like with taxes and everything, and it came with 14 attachments, which is absolutely insane. So it was the smaller Dingo, which is what worried me. I didn't think it would have enough. Oh yeah, I got the Ultimate hat. I didn't think it would have enough power. And I talked to a bunch of people. Literally, I was on the phone most of the day yesterday because it's about an hour away, the dealership was. So the hour drive there and the hour drive home, I was on the phone talking to guys that I know had machines. And so much great information. And they just basically, it wasn't even, the deal was awesome. Like, it was an awesome deal. But a lot of people were just trying to steer me in the right direction, saying it might not have enough power for what I need to do, and I cannot grow into that. Like, I kind of want a machine that I can grow into and start doing bigger jobs, and not just have a machine that can just barely get done what I need to get done. That's why I kind of think I want to go with just wait until the right deal comes about with a Dingo, the TX1000, or maybe a bit bigger of a ditch witch. Um, I know a lot of people love those ditch witches. So I want to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. If you have a machine, what machine do you have and what do you like about it? And also, when did you buy the machine? When did you know it was the right time to buy the machine? Because probably the last 2 years, I've went through this exact same scenario as I am right now, debating on, is it the right time to buy a machine? And honestly, it's scary, man. It's scary to, I mean, that's expensive. Like, for me and my business, like, that's an expensive machine. And so, especially with two babies coming, um, I need to be careful with where I put my money, and I know that's an investment back into my business that can make me a bunch of money, and that's what I want. But I did the numbers, and I could rent a TX 1000, get jobs done a lot quicker and things like that, 70 times. Okay. And that is what I would pay for this Dingo, the smaller Dingo. And that scared me a little bit because I don't do 70 jobs a year with the Dingo. Like, I don't do 70 rock jobs a year. And so that scared me because I did the math, and that's about 5.5 years, maybe 5.5 years at my current rate of rock jobs before I break even with renting versus buying, which would make that machine, okay, that would make that machine 10 years old by the time we broke even with that. And that is with no repairs. And it was a rental unit, and people like to tear the crap out of rental units. So I'm like, dude, I know there's going to be repairs coming. And so that is what ultimately steered me away from purchasing that machine. I think for the next year, at least for 2020, I am going to take on every job that I need a Dingo and try to sandwich them into like a weekend, like at a time. Of course, not all of them, but like let's say I have 1, 2, maybe 3 jobs, 3 smaller jobs. I'll just bunch them into like a Saturday and Sunday and rent the Dingo for a day rate because you get it Saturday and Sunday if you do the day rate on the weekend. And that's not a bad deal. So, and a lot of people have told me that, like, Blake, go through a whole season renting the machines, see how many times you actually use that machine, and that will tell you if you're ready to buy it or not. The other side of it is like sometimes if you don't have a machine, you don't even sell those jobs per se, or you don't go out of your way to market those jobs, which I can see in my business. Um, sorry, I'm reading a comment. Yeah. And that's another thing. Somebody just Patterson Property Services kind of reading your comment made me think of another thing. That $16,000 is investing into the side of the business that is not my main thing. Like my main thing is maintenance, mowing and things like that. And so it's like, is the money better spent on a machine or would it be better spent on a used truck, used trailer, and a new mower for that $16,000? And then I just start another mowing crew. So it's all very, like these are things. And here's my thing to wrap this up a little bit. I do not like making decisions on a whim. I don't like making quick decisions. I think it's I think people make bad decisions when they're quick, like a car dealer. The reason they pressure you into purchasing that vehicle today, whenever you're there, like the reason that it's so hard to get out of a car dealership once you sit down at the office, it's because they know that you will skip over some things if you make that instant decision. You'll skip over this number that they threw in there. Um, it's just not smart to make quick decisions, especially when they're huge financial decisions for a small business. Like it's just a big deal to me, like we're not millionaires here. Um, and so, yeah, so that's kind of my thought process. I'm still open. Like here's what I honestly think. I think I need to get into a super use. So that one had 500 hours. I want to get one with maybe 1,000 hours, um, for maybe $6,000-7,000, and make money with that. It's kind of like the evolution that I tell younger lawn guys. Like you could either buy a new residential mower or buy a used commercial mower. And I tell you to buy a used commercial mower. Get to know the thing. Learn how to fix it when it breaks down. And it's just going to be a better machine for you. Learn to love that machine. And I would love to learn to love a used Dingo or a used Ditch Witch for maybe $6,000-7,000. Clean it up, make sure it's running right, clean it up, paint it, and then make money with it, make $15,000-20,000 with it, and then to um I'd be in a position to purchase a newer machine. So I kind of like that. It'll take a while to find that deal, just because people are going to want the most amount of money when they're selling the machine, which makes total sense. But there's always going to be a diamond in the rough. You just have to go out and look for it. So let me read some of these comments, guys. I really appreciate it, man. Appreciate the comments. I'm looking to buy a Toro Time Master. Sanders Lawn Service. I would go with a. It depends on how long you want it. I wouldn't go with a Toro Time Master. I would go with, man, honestly, either the commercial version of that or a good old 21-inch mower until you can get into a walk behind or a 36-inch stander, they just don't last, man. Like, they just don't last. Like, it may last you a season before it starts puttering out. I've went through 4 of them. Like, they don't last. So I just got tired of buying them, man, to be honest with you. Thinking about switching from Hustler to Scag. HP Lawns. Shoot me a message on Instagram at bblawncare. I'd be happy to talk to you about it, and because I know mowers. Like, I'm asking for your guys' help if you run machines, because I don't know anything about that space. I don't know anything about buying them or what to look for, but I could help you out with the mower thing. I've done it quite a few times. How many mowing crews do you have? Right now, we're like 2 to 1, like 1 to 2, 1 running all the time, of course, and then running 2 like 4 days a week. Probably next, just because I had one of my guys go back to school. 2 of my guys go back to school. So, all right, kids, I appreciate it. I call everybody kids now, even my employees that are older than me. That's just my thing. I don't know. Colin said can go shooting. No. All right, guys. Is a 36-inch V-Ride a good investment? Oh my gosh, dude. It's changed my life. Like, I used to just dread doing the gated yards because I did not want to push mow. So, yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. I'm going to get back to work, man. I can't be on this live forever. I got to get back to work. We got a lot of stuff to do, and that is it. I appreciate all comments. Yeah, shoot me that message on Instagram. Anyways, yeah, clear cut. Shoot me a message about the compact tractor too. I know. I told you that I call everybody kids. That people are like way older than me. I get it. I know. All right, guys. Anyways, that's it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week, man. I've got an awesome video coming out next week. Anyways, peace out.